love that Blake's just going back-to-backs, kickflip front disaster. Dude, that's 3 in a row.
All right, yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy, Blake Johnson, and this is what I'm riding. We're out here in the heat at El Sereno Skatepark. So we got my new Beach Wolf Part 2 board with a little bit of a Barcy twist on there. You got the Sagrada Familia and some Barcy-like architecture there. Repping that I'm pescatarian, I guess, with this fish right here. And I don't know if you've seen the sardine thing, but I guess I could, you know, rep that as well.
What's the sardine thing?
Basically, you go and you get some like pocket tissues and you get a can of sardines with olive oil, canola oil, whatever. And you open up the can, you take one of the napkins and then you put one inside, soak it in the oil, and then the oil keeps the fire burnt. And then under the fire, the fish get like super crispy, and it's like, it literally smells like a barbecue. It's crazy. Learned this from the homie Doobie on an independent trip in Paris, and everyone just started doing it on the trip. It was amazing. My Beach Wolf Part 2 board is, or Beach Wolf 2, whatever you may call it, is a 8.375, a 32-inch length, a 6.9 nose, and a 6.5 tail with a 14.5-inch wheelbase. I like this size because it's more so like kind of a good in-between between like an 8.5 and an 8.25, because sometimes, you know, for jumping you want a bigger board or transition. And then sometimes you want a little bit smaller if you're skating ledges or manuals or whatever. So I kind of find it a good in between, so I don't have to have 2 setups or anything like that. Also, yeah, definitely I'm not a small guy too, so I can't ride like too small of a board. I'm also a size 11, 11 and a half, depending on the shoe. It helps if I have like a board a little bit more to fit, you know, my size. And I'm like 6'2", so that's, you know, I'm not small. These flies going crazy, man. I recommend it if you're somebody that likes to kind of skate everything. If you don't really have a preference, say you like skating, you know, transition some days and then street some days, and kind of gives you a good balance in between. The wheels I'm riding are 53mm Rictas, wide shape. I like the 99A durometer because it's a little bit harder than your average wheel. If you know you're trying to revert something, you're not gonna get stuck too much with that. I prefer the wide shape because I like skating around, cruising around. Kind of gives you more like a feeling of a, not necessarily a cruiser, but like a good board for like bombing hills and just, you know, having more traction under you. And I also find it pretty good for locking in on rails and stuff like 50/50. I usually set my wheels up a little bit more often. I've been kind of just running these for a while just because, you know, sometimes when you're on the grind, you're not really thinking about the wheels too much and you're just skating. My trucks, 149 standard independent titanium. I also got some, I guess you could call them risers, shock pads, whatever you want. I got these little pads right here because I'm a pretty big guy, and like sometimes I get pressure cracks or potentially I get pretty bad wheel bite because I, you know, kind of heavy. Lost some weight though in the past year, so you know what I'm saying, maybe we're good. Yeah, I usually have those all the time under my trucks. If you get a lot of wheel bite and maybe you're a bigger dude like me, then I suggest trying like some shock pads, or not risers because that's a little kind of weird under you, but the shock pads seem to do it for me. My bearings, I'm riding Bone Swiss, Keep It OG. It was always the bearings that I couldn't buy when I was younger because they were so expensive, so I always make sure to order these. And my grip tape, solid black Mob grip, best for any type of anything because Mob is the best grip, and I mean, you're playing yourself if you're riding anything else. I'm just gonna keep it at that. Hardies Hardware, shout out to my boy Tyshawn. I like a bigger nose kinda. For like nollie, I think it's better. And then backsiders. I really like having a lot of nose to grab. It's like probably my favorite air to do for sure. Not that I do a lot of them, but my tail, not necessarily the same size, but a little bit smaller, but I do like my tail kind of big too, with a lot of concave on both ends. Tend to have like a little bit pointier of a tail than my nose. My nose is kind of like a shovel nose, so you can kind of like dig up some dirt with it. It just gives you a lot of room to have your feet and land tricks and pop tricks and lock-in tricks and all the above. So if you like any of that I just described, head over to your local skate shop, get some Ricta wides, get one of my 8.375 Beach Wolf decks or any other Santa Cruz board that you happen to like. Some Indy 149s, and if you could afford them, Bone Swiss. The reds are also good. Peace.
E aí galera, Indiarasp aqui, obrigado por assistirem esse vídeo e para assistirem mais vídeos, não se esqueçam de se inscrever no canal, ativar as notificações e assim vocês não perdem nenhum novo vídeo irado da Santa Cruz. Valeu, tamo junto, se cuidem!